Hi, I'm Veronica and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a few really simple moves that are going to bring back the full mobility to your feet. And feet are a really important part of the body. They are actually the feelers for your spine. Many problems that you have with back and with the hips really start with your feet. If you haven't done that already, please don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification button so that you always know when I release a new video. I have released another video about the feet and you can find the link to it here. As for the props for this practice, you are going to need a tissue or a handkerchief. So let's begin in a standing position. And you can start with walking on the spot. Now, you might have the tendency to look down at your feet as you walk. See if you can get more into that felt sense of the contact between the feet and the floor. And keep on walking for a while. And then finally, let your feet land. And see if you can give some of the weight of the lower portion of the body. So anything that is below your waistline, if you can make it heavier and sink a little bit more through the feet to the ground. You can also begin to soften a little bit, maybe find some softness behind the knees. And let's begin with something as simple as shifting a little bit more weight towards your heels and a little bit more weight towards your toes. So you're not really lifting the heels off the ground, you're only shifting the weight. Just shifting the weight. Toes, heels, toes, heels, and the rest of the body goes together with. And you might notice that you were actually keeping most of the weight towards the toes, which happens quite often. And see if you can find a place where that footprint is more even when you use the whole sole of the foot to rest the body weight. Okay. Once you've got that, we're going to move the foot in various directions. And the first thing you can do is to shift the weight from to only one of the feet. So again, you're not lifting anything, so only shifting the weight of the foot. And check that the standing foot won't be locked. So you want some micro bend behind the knee. Okay, once you've got that, you're gonna lift the heel, and the movement that is going to happen is pivoting around the big toe. So the big toe only stays on the ground first, and you create this rotation of the ankle, which is going to make that contact between all the toenails and the floor. So you really want to make this big, big circle where all of your toenails touch the ground. Now, let me show it to you from a close-up. All toenails touching. But it hopefully doesn't feel too painful as most of the weight is on the standing leg. Okay. And it's always nice to compare. We keep on working with the same foot. Now you can make a little step back. So first I'll show it to you in the close-up. You step the foot back, but rather than keeping your toes tucked under, you keep the front of the foot on the ground and bend both knees as if you're courtsaying. Now it looks something like this. The arms might help you with balancing a little bit. And remember not to go too far, so you don't want to feel the pain. It's probably something that you don't do very often, so you might start feeling cramping, or your body might not like it too much to begin with, so go gently. Okay. You can also roll onto the outer edge of your foot and return. And maybe even to the inner edge of the foot. And again, a short moment to compare the right and the left foot. And then let's try the other side. So first you begin with that weight shifting between one foot and the other. You're changing the standing leg. Remember not to lock it. Keep that micro bend in it. Lift your heel and pivot around the big toe. So as you can see, it's not only your toes that are moving, not only your ankle that is moving, it's entire leg that moves in the hip socket as well. So very useful movement. Lovely. And then you can make a little step back. And remember, not toes tucked under, but foot flat and courtsaying, like in some medieval court, some lady. And then you can step that foot back, roll onto outer edge of the foot and return. And onto the inner edge. Lovely. Now it's going to get a little bit more complicated. You're going to move forward only by crawling your way forward with your toes. So the movement goes like this. You curl the toes under, and as you make this curling under movement, you allow the foot to slide forward a little bit. And then you uncurl those toes, spread them apart. And you do this exactly the same thing with the other foot. Curl the toes under and then uncurl them. So there's this movement of sliding the foot forward and then releasing the toes. Sliding the foot forward and releasing the toes. Curl and release. Curl and release. And in this way, you're moving forward. And now the coolest part is that you can make your way back exactly the same way. You can curl the toes under and then push away. Curl the toes under and push away. So as you can see, the soles of the feet are constantly in touch with the ground. They're sliding. I'm not lifting them at all. The only thing that is moving and working quite hard are those toes. Cool, no? You can carry on in this fashion forever. You might even start speeding it up after it becomes easier for you. Both as you move forward and backward. Okay. And you can always release the foot after that. Shake it. Fantastic. One more thing. You can use the tissue as an extra prop to cultivate that kind of gripping quality of your toes. You've got that regular tissue, let it drop somewhere on the ground, and instead of going all the way down to lift it, maybe you don't want to bend, maybe let's say you just had some surgery, eye surgery or something like that, you cannot bend down, you curl it and you lift it. And you can try the same with the other foot. You can see that sometimes it's easier when you look down. And you can notice also that one foot will be more cooperative than the other. If you can do it just with the felt sense without looking, even better. Curl under, keep the grip as you lift. On top of that, you also practice the balance. And again, you can let your feet land wherever they want to land. Maybe again, shift the weight a few times between the right foot and the left foot, finding that spot where you feel that the body weight is distributed evenly between the two of them. Maybe again, go forward and backward until you feel that again, that footprint is really even. And again, imagine that everything that is below your waistline is super heavy and you can sink a little bit deeper through the feet. And perhaps they even feel like now they have sunk a little bit more, or that they feel more alive, or in general, you have more feel of them. So I hope that you enjoyed this little feet adventure, and I absolutely advise you to walk barefoot as much as possible, to massage your feet, to walk through the sand, to walk on uneven ground, to wear the socks where each of the toes is separate, and to do these kind of practices. And all of that is going to contribute to increased feet mobility, that better connection with the ground, and that will change your posture, that will change the way you move, will add a lot of ease. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and please let me know in the comments below how it went for you. And also if you'd like to see more of this kind of practices. And if you would like to work with me either on a one-to-one basis, or maybe check out some of my self-touch and self-massage programs, or the upcoming master classes on nervous system regulation, or just the regular classes of somatic yoga or breath work, then head to my website. I'm going to link all of that below. See you next time. Thank you very much.